Alright, here's how to play Heart and Soul. The breakdown. So the bass line was pretty basic. It's just going through the bottom notes of a C major chord, A minor, an F, and a G. And then the melody. So the key to combining the melody and the bass notes is finding where the bass notes and the melody notes hit at the same time. So for the first part, it's going to be on the downbeat. So it's going to be the lowest note, the low C here, then hitting the bass note again, then hitting this C and this E note together, and then the G. So basically you're hitting that high note every other note, and then hitting that C again when you go down to this open A on the A minor. And then going through the rest of the chords. So the first part. Then coming into the F chord, it's going to be... That's going to hit, it's going to follow pretty much every note rhythm-wise of the bass line starting after the first one. So what that means is you're going to hit the low F note, and then when you hit it again, now you start the melody synchronized with the bass. So slowly. So the bass is going, and it's, and hitting that last open D right there. Then it's coming back to the C, and once again it's doing the same thing, only now instead of doing a C, you're doing an E note, this high open E. So once again, it's hitting pretty much every other note on the bass line rhythm. So hit the first note, then the bass note again, then the next part in the bass line, then synchronize with the open A. So you're hitting the high E when you play the first, low C, then when you play that E note, and then when you play the open A. And then the second part of the melody follows once again pretty much the same as it does in the first half. Then the next variation, when it goes back to the C, is holding this high G, 3rd fret, to the 1st fret C. This is pretty easy. You just play the melody note on the first beat of the measure, along with the bass note. Then the next melody, you can do there. So we're playing the 2, the F, F, open A, and the high G. 3rd fret on the A to the F right there, the 1st fret. Easy way to finger that. I don't remember what he does in the video, but probably the pinky to the ring finger down here on the low 3rd fret on the A. Hitting that open high E when it hits on the G. Hitting the low G again to the 2nd fret on the A, 3rd fret on the B string. And then next part similar to before on the C. And then now on the A, the melody is just that A note with the open A string. final variation. On the F, it's going to be an octave, striking the low F and the 3rd fret on the D there at the same time, then hitting the bass note again, playing an open A in the 3rd fret on the D, to the 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the D, to the 3rd fret on the low E, open D. And that's pretty much the main thing. So that last 4 measures. What I do is I play pretty much all the bass notes with my thumb and then play the melody notes. You can do whatever's easiest, but one simple thing is to just play anything on the G with the index finger, anything on the B string with the middle finger, anything on the high E with the ring finger on the right hand. So slowly going through the whole thing. Speed it up a little bit. So it's going to take some practice. I can't play all the way through quite there without actually working on it a little bit. But it's a matter of practicing it really slow. And then gradually speeding it up. So there's some weird things there that it's just a matter of going back through several times at a slow tempo. And probably just playing 1 to 2 measures at a time. And so on and so forth. So I've created a transcription of this. I'll send this to you as well, and that should get you started. Once again, really just breaking down each part individually and going through it slowly and then building it all together. That's the best way that you're going to get the bass and the melody combined. It's not an easy song to just combine the bass line and the melody. Even though each line is actually very easy, the melody line's pretty easy and the bass line's pretty easy. To combine the two really takes some work to figure out when the bass is playing what note at the same time as the melody, and then when the bass is playing by itself and things like that. So this should help you.